Nice and sunny day. And there's 3 of these arc things. So, you know, I'm going to see if I can grab all 3. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how many of them I need. Only that I need like looks like 1.0 kilolimbs. I'm guessing that's slim technology? No. 73 plasma. Now, how are we in terms of
The
buildings?
arc device needs different charge levels to overcome the conditions for a gateway. You'll have to feed anchors to the arc device until it's satisfied, and she'll tell you how many she needs at any given time.
That's funny. I didn't think the arc had a gender. But what is that? Whatever that thing is, I've never seen it before. So I'm gonna go out in the rain, I know, and have myself a nice... Hello? What do we got here?
The remnants are like us in a way. Those of us who chose to stay behind, we are as discarded and forgotten as they are.
And by chose to stay, you mean actively defying government orders to evacuate? Then yes. You remember how we went without electricity for 4 months to dodge the clearing crews? There's, like, what? Only 100 of us left?
If even that. Frankly, I'm surprised so many of us were unable to move on, for one reason or another.
Oh, speak for yourself. I'm here for the hunt. Hey, even better now there's no one to get in our way.
Okay, so that thing is apparently called a left-right. I mean, yeah, to me they're all obstacles with extra steps. What the... I'll get to that when I get to it. Right now, I'm more interested in dodging that thing, because I have no idea what it's going to do to me, but... And I don't really feel like experimenting, even though I did upgrade the car to... it's not using crude parts. For the most part, it's using steel parts, but you can't be too careful. Going off-road is, well, let's face it, a bit of a requirement. Okay, so I can hear a spark tower nearby. Let me see what kind it is. 1 plasma or 2? I'm beginning to turn on the wipers. In real life, that would probably blind a guy, you know? It's 2. Maybe they're all going to be 2 from now on. What the... So... Go in... Take one of them out. Get out. I'm going to change my angle of attack here. And take it out too before it has a chance to fry me. I did get a little bit toasted, but overall, I'm glad I did it. What is that? That's just a buried fuel can, but this is a trailer with an antenna on it. That's interesting. It says no way out on one side. Plasma generator is not intact. And I gotta pry it open. Well, at least I'm out of the rain. here. That looks to be about it. Okay, back to the car. Maybe what I ought to do is go to the ARC devices first and grab the... Actually, no, you go to the ARC plugs and grab the devices from them. I think that's the terminology. Oh, lordy. Alright. So I'm going to drive up the... Actually, that squall is headed away from me, so... Actually, you know what, I'll just make a pit stop at that building. Do a little detour. See if I can't find an abductor anomaly. Presumably I must have seen one at some point and not recognized it. Okay, past the left, right. But it's nice and sunny out. Alright, so that's the building I'm aiming for. I'm going to turn the car around so that I can get out to Suite. It's so refreshing to be doing this in broad daylight. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? It's open. Well, at least it's not entirely picked clean. And while I'm at this, I did notice that there's another...
Hey, driver,
broadcast.
not to be a downer or nothing, but I'm wondering what we do if you can't find a way out of the zone.
They got themselves over the wall. They'll find a way to survive here like the rest of us. Or not. Won't be my problem at that point.
I'd hardly call what we're doing here surviving.
Ugh, look, hey, both of you always going on and on about putting up with this, ensuring that. There's more to life than that, you know? You, for example, Arpy, you're brilliant. You controlled fundamental forces of nature with your fingertips. Both of you did.
Slow down there, kid. We were scientists, not superheroes.
Well, I mean, look, hey, to someone who was all thumbs when it came to science, they're one and the same. I just don't understand why you're wasting away here, burrowed away in the zone. Both of you, you're sitting on so much lost potential.
Potential is a carrot on a stick for the young. An illusion to keep you forging on when you should have given up long ago. Nothing had more potential than limb technology. And look what it did to the Olympic Peninsula. What I did. Look around. We're stuck here. For good. All we can do is survive. Everything else is moot.
I forgot what a charmer you are, Arpy. An absolute living ray of sunshine and optimism.
So the eternal question we ask ourselves through these run-throughs, I suppose, is, of all the tools that we're carrying right now, which ones can we replace, like, as soon as they break down? Like the scrapper, for example. That's the reason I'm scrapping this car. I want to make sure that I've got enough scrap metal and plastic to replace it, because eventually it's going to need it. By eventually I mean it's Not entirely on its last legs, but near there. We've got a flat tire I can scrap. Actually, I got 2 of them on this car. This car was a real find. Getting kind of dark out. I suppose all that daylight couldn't last, could it? Okay, back to the car. That about does it for the buildings in this area, anyway. Now I notice that there's a tunnel up ahead. I'm not going through that right now because, well, I shouldn't need to. Instead, I'm going to keep going, well, the way I was going. This way. Imagine that I'll need my impact hammer to break locks, but there's this one building that's marked with sort of an X, and it certainly has tickled my curiosity bone. Yeah, I'll have to go over the bridge. Oh, joy. Another one of those things. Let me see if I can scan it. I don't think I ever have. But I'm a little bit uncertain about that because, I mean, the thing it yanked my car. What if it yanks me? Stop running away. Oh, so that's an abductor. Well, it was nice to meet you, abductor. You gotta go, bye. And before I forget, let's see, I never did need to refuel on the go. Make some more room with the power of spatial reasoning. Like that. It's not particularly dark out. I don't think I need my flare gun. The devil did I bring it? Yeah, it must be sort of a just-in-case thing, in case things get really dark for all of a sudden, which I wouldn't put past this. Which, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened. Around both the cones and the abductor, now that I know its name. It's funny. You know, I thought that that was a bunny, because it was one of the first things that I ran into. Well, admittedly, I called it a robot thing, but how was I supposed to know what its name was? It didn't have a name tag or anything, did it? Okay, stopping the car here. This is standard procedure. Actually, there's 2 of those arc plugs. So let me check the map again. Okay, using my car as an orientation thing. One's like right by the road, but the other one's on top of a hill or somewhere around there. Go for the one on top of the hill first. I'll open this passenger door just to make absolutely certain. That is one steep hill. The last time I handled, or should I say the last zone that I handled ARC device in, they were radioactive for whatever the reason. Yeah, there's the other one, there's the other one. And I think it's a bigger signal too. Okay. Oh lord, this thing's hot. Okay, direct beeline to the car. Doesn't matter if I have to run down the hill or stumble down it. Not hit anything causing trouble. Whoa, what's going on? Am I being abducted? Wait a second. How did I drop this thing? Come on. There we go. There we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. We just, this gives me what, 12? I'm at 83%, so I'll just jack myself up to 95 and get rid of, well, one of the bulkier things I have. Okay. Ready for round 2? Yeah, why'd I close this door? Need it open again. Now this is a little bit close to the car, so I'm a bit concerned that there'll be anomalies hanging around here, but didn't seem to do anything per se. I'm not sure why. There's a gateway. Actually, no, there's 2 gateways. One of which I'm too close to. The other one I'm pretty far from. I'm not going to go to them just yet, but I do have enough charge. Why is the gateway on top of the X building? I'm not going to link to it right now, but thing, I am like directly approaching a gateway, like a place where a gateway would be, and yet there's nothing out of the ordinary here. I risk getting out. That, I take it, is the X building. It's not even a building, it's some kind of bunker or something. And now I think I understand what the X is. What is that? It's called a wriggling wreck. Wait a second, speaking of wrecks,